to our very own baking warrior who is going to show us 4 different piping techniques. And if you've seen my piping skills, you know that no, it's not the one. They are not the ones. Palesa is already just like, I mean, come on, Tabiso, 4th lesson already.
I mean, when will he learn? But you know what? That's why we had to call on the big gun, Chef Tjaart, to help him. One thing about this man, he cannot get a piping bag correct.
Oh, well, there is an art to it, but once you understood the fundamentals from it, then it goes into experience. And you've got to do it over and over and over again. Okay. So, you know, and I'm going to stand up for those, you know, wonderful cake decorators that we have out there. And I see on so many posts, you know, oh, why is this cake costing this much? That's crazy and all the rest of it. It's time, but you've also got to understand you're paying for somebody's, you know, school fees, you know, even though they haven't directly gone to school necessarily, but they've taken time to master the art of any piping, any fondant work that they might do, any sugar work. It really is a skill set. So, you know, understand and appreciate that, because as you say, like, hang on, it doesn't I'm
just
still
happen.
trying doing it. It doesn't even work.
So the next time you see a cupcake like this and they say to you, that's going to cost you $400, you should understand that it's taken
just say yes.
a fortnight
to put together. So Chef Tjaart, I know that also when it comes to piping, it's not only about the piping bag, but it's also about the nozzle that you use.
Yeah, so let's talk about nozzles. Let's get straight into that. I mean, you can look at the ends of the nozzles of how different they are, and that's where we actually get the different ones. So the yellow icing we've got is, you know, what most people will say is your grass nozzle. So that's lots of little thin strips that are coming out. Then you got your rose nozzle that's going to help with sort of, you know, creating any sort of lovely sort of rose effect. Lots of lovely multi spheres of layers on there. Then you just got your sort of straight round nozzle.
I want that one already.
Well, not always the easiest, you might think. And then you've got your flat-tipped nozzle, your wave nozzle that's going to go with it. So the first things first, and I'm going to show with the big one first, actually, because it's easier. Okay. Put your mixture, you know, into your piping bag, and then scrape it all the way down, making sure obviously there's no air pockets there. And then you're going to twist. Okay, all right. Now, from that moment, you're going to be basically you squeeze with your top hand, your right hand, if you're obviously all right-handed, and you're going to guide. Maybe I should do it this way for all to see that.
Oh no, that might be a bit
and
more complicated.
That's your guiding arm. So you squeeze and you guide.
Did everybody at home see that? Let's do it for the kids at the back.
Says that it's just got more complicated.
Most people do that.
Yeah,
they pinch here, and then stuff's coming out this way and every other way, which you don't want to do at all. All right. Again, always great. Take a little bit of sort of baking paper if you want. Here's a little tip, by the way, is put a little bit of mixture in there. Sorry, kitchen fairies, and you know, just let that stick onto there. And practice first. So you've got your nozzle. You now know how to squeeze. You know how to guide and what not to squeeze. This is caressing it. Yeah. All right. Next thing I find it always very important is people sit there and they're like sort of moving over like this and lodge yourself into your kitchen counter.
It depends on how sturdy.
The kitchen counter.
I really mean it. You know, guys, put your hips into the kitchen counter, and then you know you are then actually stable. Yeah. All right. Then from there, so with this one here, which is the lovely dollop, you're just going to squeeze from the top there to whatever size you want.
But you guys are practicing.
You can remove it.
Are you guys practicing there?
So I'm practicing here. So you can again do this, and you can squeeze. If you want to do a lot more, keep it going. You want a little bit of an indent, push in, and come out.
But Tabsy Wabsy, you've got the exact same nozzle. How come yours looks like that and Chef Tjaart's looks like this?
It's about individuality.
Absolutely. Okay, so you want a long...
Wait.
So here's what Tubbs has done here. He's done that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it all depends. So hold it there and squeeze, from the top. Okay, so then you go into the cupcake. All you need to do is above the cupcake. Now, there's quite a bit of surface area to cover, so go nice and low. Push, you're squeezing from the top. I'm not going to need to guide anything. Push it down, keeping it there, keep it going, and then up it goes.
Are you pushing with force or with what?
Well, a bit, you're pushing there. You're trying to squeeze it down there. No, just squeeze.
Okay.
Now, the consistency of your icing is very important.
Okay.
All right, very, very important. And then all you do is keep twisting it as you go. So keep twisting it down.
To make sure the air bubbles don't keep coming
no air bubbles, but you're also keeping this nice and tight.
Tight.
All right, you don't want it loose. Yeah, because you don't want the mixture come out there.
Look at this.
No, I've actually got a question. Is it the piping bag or is it tummy? So now we are about to find out. Is it the piping bag or is it tummy?
So nice and close, vertically above it, vertically above it. Okay, clean your nozzle. Okay.
Tabsy gave me a nozzle that's not...
No, what are you doing moving this hand? Leave that squeeze from the top there. Not bad. Remember. Okay, let's go from again.
What do you mean not not bad. Okay, wait. I'm ready to go back to my station.
Oh!
Look at the difference.
Okay, here we go. So again, guys, it's always from the top there. So your little grass one, you just keep doing things like that. So now you got the nice little long.
I don't like the grass one. Can I use the rose petal kind of one?
Yeah, you can use the rose petal. Remember, it's from the top, and you just can keep going. Nice long slithers, or you can do little short ones as well. It's entirely up to you.
That's nice.
You know, so this looks like, I think we actually all dressed like we're going on safari today. So this is like, we're in the bush.
That looks
This is so difficult.
Yep. Get lower. Make sure you're stable.
Okay. Oh, that was my first mistake. It's like hip-hop dance. The lower you get, the
squeezing
better.
from the top there, and then the movement comes around just like that.
Oh my goodness, yours looks so beautiful, Chef.
All right. So that's
well
there.
done, Chef Tjaart.
All right, so again, make sure you are positioned correctly. Yeah.
So you either have your hips against the counter,
get into the counter, so you are,
ready for action.
It's silly little things like that because I watch so many people and they're like sort of all over the show and they try and do this and no, just lodge yourself into the counter. I think it's one of the best tips I was ever given many, many moons ago to then go into there. And then same for your little wave as well. So again, push your mixture down, twist. Now I do have friends actually we fight over. Some people you'll see will fold this into a little triangle, which is also fine, but I think the twisting is there and it keeps this nice and taut. And again, same sort of procedure. Try it out first. Yeah. There. Now guide with your left hand is doing the pushing.
Yes.
Yeah, left hand doing the pushing, not squeezing. Just very lightly. That's doing it there.
Gentle
I'm squeezing from the top.
Thing.
Here, I'm squeezing from the top. Again, your consistency might be different to what you've got to push out. Remember, it's a flat nozzle. You're going to squeeze a bit more. Yeah, so this really takes a bit. And then just keep twisting it, keep it nice and taut, no air going in there, because when we do get to an air little point, it's going to give that sort of break.
Pass that over here, please, Chef Tjaart. Okay, we are on. All right, we've learned this. This has been a masterclass. It's a graduation day, Bali, and now we'll never do this the same way again. But listen, more learning when we get back, because we're going to be showing you how to make cinnamon rolls. Yes.
Can't wait.
Pipey, pipey.